Hello, hello, hello. Howdy, howdy, howdy. We're gonna see how this goes. I'm hoping it's not gonna be interrupted too much. I may have to take a call in between here. The lawyers were messaging us earlier for the sale of the one house, but I think we're good. I don't think we'll have too much going on. But we're doing something complicated today. I'm gonna figure out how to autocraft dispensers. Reinventing the wheel. I know there's many tutorials out there on how to do it, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it the Nard way. I could have just used this, or at least I was thinking I could have used this, but then I found out one critical issue, and I don't know yet how we're going to fix it, and that is the recipe for dispensers, and dealing with the bows and how that's all going to work out. Because I genuinely don't have a clue right now how I'm going to deal with that. So we're going to see. Let's get rid of all this stuff. We're gonna see what we can do here. It is the last auto crafter I need for the Craftwork series. And I want to get this done before I leave for Japan, because I probably won't be back until like 3 days before the season ends. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I want to copy this over, because we're going to work off of this. Actually, you know what I can do? I already have this as a thing, as a schematic. So let's do this. Let's load it. Contraptions. And let's see here. 4 item crafter. If I can't get this concept to work, I might have to go with that concept. I just don't really want to, because that concept right there, somebody else made that design. So I'm like hoping to avoid it, but we'll see. Okay, I want to give myself enough room to work with, but I want to keep it close enough so I can reference this if I screw up bad enough and need to fix something. All right, okay, so that's in line. So we're just going to do this, and we're going to take this over here. Maybe move it back a little bit. Okay, I think that's enough. This will also be good because it'll keep me within the constraints of where I'm going to have to build this thing. Paste schematic into world. Okay, did something break? I felt like something broke. Maybe not. Let's remove that. Looks all good. None of this stuff would be in there, so we might have to deal with that. But let's start with like the actual schematic for a dispenser. Cobblestone. Let's not accidentally grab infested. Redstone. Dust. And a bow, which of course is the issue. So, what is it? Boop, 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 boop. And then the unstackable item. And this is really where the problem comes in. Because how do I do this and always make sure it's crafting just this and not the dropper? So let's think about this for a second. So there's technically only 3 items that need to go into this. We're gonna make the bows separately. So let's simplify this a bit. We'll get rid of all this jazz. We don't need this whole other line here. This is not necessary. We can get rid of all of this. We can get rid of this, this, this. This can get simplified. And let's see here. This was picking up from there. That'll still stay. This whole back thing could go. We don't need that, but we do need that. So that's kind of mirrored-ish. I think the top thing would still be stone in this instance. But this comparator is taking a signal off of that, and then it powers this, And then this does not need to be there. Boop, boop, boop. So if this was filled with an item and this was filled with an item, then it would fire. We still need to do... Oh, okay. So this is going to be... Let's say this is redstone over here. We would want to do this top one. We'll leave that there for now, but this top one would be bows. And then, is this face me? Yeah, this is face me. And then this would be stone. So I'm just curious. Where can we even put a signal here? If I do a block, if I do say I do a target block here. Oh, this is going to be slightly weird. Can I... Oh, I have a crazy idea. Observer, and boop. Is this going to power this? And then I could still do this and this. Is that insane? Not really, right? And this should be powering this guy here. So let's say for argument's sake, we'll take out half a stack and then we'll put it in here. Yep. Okay, cool. Great. So this works. This works. We just need to figure out the filter for that. Now, how do we want to do this? I think I want to change the method by which it is crafting. And I'm not 100% sure how we're going to handle that, because we need to have a comparator output. Hold on. I'm trying to think here. We need to be able to take a signal from this guy to make sure we know that there's a bow in there. Do we? Well, I guess that's a question. If I have, say I have this like this. Okay, just for argument's sake, that's there. That would not go in because it's not being pulsed in. Okay, let's change that up. Let's do this. We'll put a bow in the middle, and we'll do this, and then we will fill this thing with bows. Okay? So the question is, if I were to activate this with a lever, what's the chances the stone beats the bow into the spot? That's what I don't know. Okay. Okay, we got one. Okay, so that time the bow won. Interesting. Okay, that's good. The bow won. Let's try again. Boop, boop. Did the bow win again? Nope. The bow did not win. So how do I fix that? Let's try again. Boop, boop. Interesting. Is it the speed of the signal? Let's try another fast one. Boop, boop. Okay. So, how do I make it so that the bow goes in before the stone? It almost like needs to lock this hopper for a brief second. Which I might be able to do. So say we did this and a lever like this. We'll just put it here for now. There's 7 in here. If I do this, there's still 7. Now there's not. Interesting. Is that enough? If this is powered, it locks this. Is that enough to make it work? Which means we would want a really slow timer for the firing of this thing. Goes through. Makes it locked off. Fills. Okay, that's an interesting way to do it. So okay. We need a couple things here. We need a couple things. I got to think. There's no way that I could think of in this situation to get a comparator output. But let's get rid of all this because we're not going to be able to use this kind of a system for this. If I were to do this and do this, okay, of course the bows go through first. Now I could technically get rid of all this. We'd pull a comparator. Oh, I don't want that. I want a double chest. So we have somewhere else to pull the comparator out of. So we would want to do boop like this, boop like that. Okay. Chaos, what's up, dude? How you doing? We're going to get rid of this whole device as well. Probably should have just started from scratch on this, but that's fine. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Because this is going to potentially need to come from somewhere else. Oh, but I can't do this because now I don't have anywhere to actually put the thing. Snipes a bit while falling and dies once hitting the floor. You know, for as many times as you die when you come into my chat, it's pretty impressive that you've never died on the server. I have no way to open that. I don't love that. That's slightly problematic. Maybe that's where the barrel would have come in useful. But then where do I get the comparator signal off of the barrel? Oof, I could come from down here. Interesting. Well, here's a question. Let's do some research here. If I did this, okay, and then I did this, and then I did this, does this affect it? It does. Okay. And now if I do that, does the lever change things? So if I do this, what is the redstone signal? Redstone signal. So that should change the redstone signal. It's off. If I flick this, it's on. Okay. Interesting. I die only by choice. That is fair. That's fair enough. Okay, so would I have room to put a repeater signal in? I'm messing with the wrong one. Of course I am. Okay. Let's look at this real quick. So here's kind of a thought. If I don't want to die, then I don't die. Even if I'm getting shot down to 1 heart with no armor by 2 skeletons, I will not die. And I can prove it because that happened in my single player world. I lived. I am not surprised. Something about that does not surprise me at all. Okay, so let's see here. given a comparator output from here, could we do double duty? Okay. So, oh, this is hurting my brain. Gemini Tay may be God's favorite princess, but I have plot armor. Was that Repo? That had to have been Repo where she was saying that, right? I think that was a Repo stream. Okay. Here's the thing. It locks when it's crafted. Right? Okay, so how many bows would this take? So say that's full. Okay. We want to do this. Not Hermitcraft when Scar put 2 charged creepers in a... Interesting. I don't think I remember seeing that. Was that in Scar's episode? Theo August 2. What is the ID? Huh? What ID? While she... Oh, are you saying IP? This is actually a private server. This is my personal creative world. While she was talking with him with Beep Boop Head? Not in hers. Okay. I don't actually watch a ton of her episodes. So, okay. Here's the question. What... Good Lord. Thank you, Chaos. Gotta love humans. So if this is full, this is gonna get really strange. It's like, how do I tell it to lock when it's not full? But that would mean that only you know what? I wonder if I could manipulate this concept. Fires? No, that wouldn't really work. That wouldn't really work. Oh, this might be... I gotta think here. So... Okay, well, of course that goes through because it's got stuff in it. Does this have anything? Okay. Let's take them all out of here. Take that out of there. So that is going to have a different redstone signal strength. These should always be pretty much full. So I want to see, I guess, what is the signal strength when it's that? I want like 3 different states of this, basically. So there's the state where it should craft. I think that was the first non-bot I ever banned. Well, it sucks that people are like that, unfortunately. Okay, hold on. Let me think. We're just going to do this as like a test concept. Okay, that got powered from above, so that's not useful. Oh, wait, could we do this? Oh, that would be powered by that then. For funsies. Okay, wait. Sure. Okay, so I want this to be locked in this circumstance. Right? This hopper. should be locked in this circumstance. Okay, so that's off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow. 12? Oh, interesting. It's the wrong intervals. Okay. That's fine. So we need... Do I have this here? I think I do. I need a lectern. Where the heck? I know I did a thing with lecterns. I did a kelp farm. Where is the kelp farm? I don't think it's over. Maybe that's it. Do we see a kelp farm anywhere? Where's the kelp farm? Oh, it's over here. Okay, hold on. I'm going to grab this. We're going to try and do this with the lectern set up here. I just want the book. The book is kind of the thing. Lectern. Take book. Boop. Boop. Okay, cool. My books. Great. I don't know why I'm not smart enough to just like go, oh yeah, this is the thing. This is exactly how this works. I have to fiddle with this until I get it. Okay, so if we put the book on there, I want the ability to have, I guess maybe we should start with that. Okay, so let's see here. Where does that light turn off? Hold on. Should this be subtract mode? Oh, okay. 9, 10, 9. If I remove this, they're both out. If I put it back, that's on. Can I go the other direction? So it's on. No. 10 to 9. Okay. And then what if I do this? To 11. Interesting. 10. Both are on. Both are off. Okay. What if I do that? Both are on. Both are off. Okay. And so I think the only way to really do it is if that's in subtract mode. Because 9. So that's both on. That's 1 on. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So if it's in this state here, okay, we can maybe make this work. Hold on. Nardstone. That's what we're doing right now. This is Nardstone. So in this state here, this target block, just to be safe, would be locked. Okay? That's what we're saying. In that state, this is locked. So if I were to do this, nothing happens. Great. Then we almost need... Now, how do we tell it to turn that off? What is the flip side of that state? I guess the flip side is when it's full. So if there's a bow in here, then it should tell it to craft though. That's the only problem. It should craft. It should fill up and then craft. So in this state, we want this to be off. So maybe if we did this, and maybe we do this a little bit differently. Say it's like this, redstone torch. Okay. Look. Garbage. Okay. So like this, and then actually let's switch that to a target block. Boop. Like that. Ooh, interesting. Okay, hold on. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so if it's like that, it's not locked. Okay. But that didn't stop it. So that's problematic. Shoot. That locks it. How far does this signal go? So it goes to there. So we like have to do this then? So it's locked. No, it should be unlocked at this point. Should be unlocked. So what if we did that? So it's unlocked. And if we take this out, it's still unlocked. Okay. See, that's problematic. Interesting. Let me take these. So the signal goes there to there. And if I pull this out, it dies there. So why wouldn't that work? This should have worked. Did I miss something? Maybe I didn't do this. Okay. So it's locked because it's waiting for the thing in the middle. Thing goes in the middle, it's unlocked. So stone can come through. Okay. Things out of the middle. Let me try something here. I think it's a speed issue. We need a delay. Or wait, we need a delay in what? And how long this takes to go on? No, we want it to go on instantly. Is it even possible? Oh, that's out. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me try with the crafting. Let me just try crafting it and see what happens. Okay. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Okay, that worked 2 times in a row. I like that. I like that. Now, we just need a way to fire it. And how are we going to do that? Boop, 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 boop. I have an idea. I don't know. Oof. There's definitely going to be some... will that mess it up? Hold on. Let me see. That's also going to lock that. We don't want that. If there's a repeater on top of this that's powered, would that... and then if I did a comparator, this would be... would this need a comparator? I guess it would, right? So let's say this is redstone. Oh, you know what? That also technically kind of needs to be locked. And if it's empty, okay. So realistically, both of these need to be locked anyway. Like that. So boop, boop, boop. We have comparator out of this. We have comparator out of this. I would still need a comparator reading out of that. Which might have to come from the front and get a little wonky. Okay, so bows, boop, and boop. And then lever. Okay, well. Oh, this is the one that needs to be locked, funny enough. Right? I don't know if that's going to take a signal. Okay, well, let's see what happens. Boop, boop. Oh, okay. Well, I did it too many times, so that doesn't help. Okay. 1, 2. Nope. Not at all. So what happened there? Let's try this. Why did those not lock? Interesting. It worked better before. What has changed? What is different now? Oops. Was it that? Let's see here. Target block into that, into that. Oh, okay, hold on. We need to pull this out for now. So if I take that out, no, it's not locking. Okay. Where is this coming from? Weird. If I do that, and I pull out all the bows, I don't know that that's going to work. I don't know that that's going to work. How can I make that better? So let's just put that in there, put that in there, put that in there. Boop, boop. This was totally working before. What has occurred? Is it not fast enough? Huh. I'm not 100% sure how to deal with this. Do I need to do it like up here? No, because it's just going to come through either way. Nope. Okay. How are we on bows? Okay. Boop. Boop. That's interesting. Boop. Boop. Is this not firing? 11. 12. 13. But this is not refilling, is it? 60, 60, 60. 37. Boop. Boop. Weird. Huh. So it's full, right? We know it's full because this is a deadline. If I were to put this... Oh, I can't put that there because we need to take a signal out of it. Right, that's why we did this whole thing. Let's make sure that that still works. I do worry that, like, it's not... Boop. 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 5 seconds. It needs 5 seconds in each state. Okay. So we could still take a comparator off of dish. Like a show. And this we can just, as long as it's full, it does a thing. And then we want to do something here that does this. As long as this is off. So if this is off and that gets powered, what kind of a loop can we do? I am still processing what happened, like just why. Because some people are crazy. Dude, it's like people who don't get to do what they want just flip out sometimes. I wonder if I should do like a redstone torch clock here. Like, I don't know if I have enough space to do it, but let's see. This is probably like the most ineffective way to make this happen. But let's just see for the fun of it. Dink, 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 dink. And then this. We're just going to break that for now. Do, 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 do. Do it. Do it. Do it. Needs to be slower. needs to be much slower. Boop. So we can pull this line back, I guess, which might help us in the future. Boop, boop, and then doot. Comparator. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I still don't 100% know where. I guess no, I need to get a comparator out for this at some point. This is doing nothing. I guess I could do there. That's doing nothing. I guess in theory this would be doing nothing. Let me just fill this up and just see what would happen. Okay. Just put a bunch of bows up here as well. Okay, so if I did that. Okay, well it's already not working. So that went horribly. Yeah, because of the redstone being in there. Okay. So this one also needs to be part of the locking system, which I guess in theory would this do that? Okay, so we did that. Did we run out or something? No. See, why is it working now? Is it just random? It seems like it's working perfectly fine right now. And then it stopped. Why did it stop there? Okay, let's do this. This is gonna get stupidly big if I'm not careful. Boop, subtraction mode. Oh, this is not getting powered now. How can I deal with that? Nope. I need both of those things to get powered at the same time. What could I do to get them both powered? The target block. See, this powers that, but it doesn't. This is not a full block, so it's not powering that. But I still need that to get powered. Hold on. What if I did this to this. No, that breaks the circuit. Oh, but I could 2, 3, 4 do that. Get rid of that. Do that. Does that doesn't stop this. So it's going to end up. Well, why isn't that locked then? Huh. Is this not locked? Oh, I need to be locking it from down here. Don't I? I need to lock that one. Okay. Now I got to figure out this one. Interesting. Okay. Let's see how long that works for. Yo. Did we get it? Seems pretty good. Okay, and then say, boop, it's done. Oh, did that break it now? No, we just ran out of bows. Okay. So how do we tell it when to be done? I think it just kind of okay, hold on. There's a couple things that need to happen. First things first, we're legitimately not using. Well, this is, I guess, we don't need that. We don't need this. 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 We don't need that. We do need this to go to here. And that tells it to what? What does that tell it to do? That says, hi, I'm full. You should start crafting. Right now we are doing this, but we would switch it. We'll switch it later. Here, we'll do this. 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 Ideally, let's just try something here. If I take this out of the middle, it's going to break, right? Because it's going to want, or is this locked? No, none of this is locked. So where'd you come from? Okay. Okay. So I want to see it so that light is actually off. Okay. So that light is off, which means that's not going to do anything. Okay. But if I put a bow in the middle, that all goes on. Okay, cool. So now we want to do this. If this is empty, okay. Okay. So a couple things. If I don't know how to lock those though, unless I bypass it somehow. I could put it from here. If I put a signal in here, those two things should be locked. So if this is empty, oh, this is going to get kind of crazy, but let me think. So if this is empty, then, oh, how did I create a clock? I see. Okay, well, we could just do that. Which makes sense, right? It should be calling for something if it's empty, which is what we want. And if it's full, it should be off. I like that. That's pretty good. And if it's full, there should be no signal coming this way either. If it's full, this should be off and not affecting things. If it's not full, these two things should be locked. If it's not full, that means nothing else can come through. So if I put stone in here and I put redstone, okay, why did stone come through? Why did the stone come through? Okay, we can mitigate that if we do that. Now if I remove it, no stone comes through. Okay. Okay. That's kind of insane. I think this is going to work. Great. So now we need to think about this. So this is doing the opposite, right? So now let's think about the call system here. Okay. So what are we getting as far as a comparator output of this? That's saying it has something in it. That's saying it doesn't. This, all three of these things in their current state are saying, hi, I'm empty, right? So that is empty, that's empty. This should be calling for something. So we don't necessarily want that to be empty. That should be calling for that. And then this middle one would be calling for stone because it's empty. Or do we want the opposite? So this is off because it's full. This, oof, okay. If I do this, it's empty, so it's on. That's getting power from there. Okay, and then if this has, is this locked? That has a bow in it. But let's say we put the stone in here. It's saying it's empty. Empty, empty. Okay. And then boop. Oh, I've created a clock. We don't like that. How do I stop that from happening? We don't want to do that. Why did it do that? We want to do something similar to this situation. Kind of. So that would be saying, boop. I'm trying to do the AND gate thing again. So, okay, this has stuff in it, which means it shouldn't be calling. But it is, because we're going off of this. And if we did this, nope. What if we did this? Okay, that shouldn't be calling, that shouldn't be calling, and this should not be calling. But if I take any amount of these out, or do I have to fill it? Which way is it? Get rid of this. Oh. Okay, so it's empty. So we want to say, hey, this is calling for stuff, but also powering this. Ooh, okay, hold on. So this is good, which tells it to stop. This we want not to tell it to stop yet. Oof. So this says, hey, keep going. But it should also be... I need to do like a double switcheroo here. I want this to be on as well. I guess it just does the same thing, right? So that goes on, which means if this is on in any shape or form, okay, that should be telling this to be on now because this is empty. How do I do that? Oh, that did stuff below. That did bad things. We don't want to do that. Yeah, we don't want to do that. This will turn off. Oh. Oh. My brain is processing this. It's on, which means it's calling for stuff. This might be a solution. What if we did that and that? Nope, doesn't pass it through. That's what I was kind of hoping for. Well, wait. This might be simpler than I was thinking. Okay. So right now, wait, shouldn't this be out? Oh, okay. We can fix that. Oh, no. Boop. Okay. Okay, so right now this is on. We'll say this one right here is on. If this was full, that would be off. If this was empty, that would be on. And it should be calling from up there. And then if it's full, boop, it's off and it's not calling. And if this is full, it's off. But if it's empty, it's on. Okay. That's kind of right. So now we basically need an AND gate kind of thing. That's okay. Oh, this hurts my brain. So if we have a sticky piston like this, okay, interesting. Boom, like that. Okay. This is saying that something's missing. So something's missing even though this is full. See. Oh, boop, 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 boop. And boop. Boop. Is this torch gonna power this now? Do I need this here? I need that there. Okay, wait, can I pull it back? Let's see here. So this is on. This is off. It's almost like we want them both off in order to function. So boop and okay, boop. So boop. Eh. Okay. I don't know. We got a stack in there. We got that there. We're going to fill this with bows. And nothing happened. Okay. Great. Success. Okay. Well, that was horribly wrong. Why? What happened there? This is out. And then when this goes up, it's actually like we want to do that. So it's out, but then when this goes up, this turns on and then it goes. Is that more of an accurate assessment? Okay, let's try that. Okay. 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 Did that work? Kind of, right? I do feel like this never really got filled though, and I don't know if that's because of that situation. Okay, let's run it again. $61. They're all at 61. Okay, we need slightly more delay or we're going to run out. Where could I build that in? Where could I build in a little bit more delay? Maybe... Do I have to pull this back one more? Ooh, I might have to. That might be okay, though. Let Let me think about this. Boop, 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 boop. Just because I am very concerned. I wonder if I should go the other direction. No. Okay. So, like that. Right? Okay, so let's refill this. That's refilled. Did this stay at 63? This was fine. This was fine. This was fine. That's fine. Okay, so we refill the bows. And now we watch. Craft. And it's refilling. And it got to completely be refilled. Oh, it's like right on the line. And then we're out of bows. Okay. Good things. Okay. So couple of things here, right? We need to figure out a way to get... Okay, hold on. So this is there for that. This is there for that. Is this doing anything? No. Can I... How the heck am I going to do this? Did I accidentally... No, they're all droppers. Are they? No, I did craft a dropper accidentally at some point in there. I don't know how that happened. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is a little crazy. What do we not need here? I'm just cleaning up bits and bobs. I think if I did this, I could get rid of that. Okay. I don't think I need that then. And I don't think I need that then. Or do we? We do, because that was activating this. Was that happening? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out if there is a physical way. Okay, maybe we need to change this system. Okay. I think that's okay. Oh god, is it gonna start crafting again? Whoops. Still works though. Stopped because of why? I don't know. Random stoppage. Okay. So what is this? This is locking that guy. I need to get a signal out of this now. Is that going to... Oh no. No, we're okay. That's not going to affect that, right? No. But how... how... actually... Is this gonna work? I have an idea. I have an idea. Okay. We're gonna use the barrel. And then we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do this. And we're gonna grab a shovel. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna say there's a stack there. I only want one stack of these. So I want that off. Hold on, redstone lamp. Dispenser. Oop. Okay, hold on. I need like super mode so I could see. Oh. Is it 1.5? Wow, wait, how many is it? Seriously. Oh my goodness, is it? Okay. Okay, cool, right? And then, so, here, let's just do a test, because this is going to want two things to happen. If it's full, like it is right now, we will have a signal, and then we want to do this, and that would activate that. So even if this is full, the system still shuts down. Only goes back on if one of them is removed. Great. Okay. So that's cool. And then we want to take a separate signal out of here. Let's do this so it's not, so we know we're not interfering here. Okay. So that's not what's powering it. Yeah, because that's calling for it. And if we do another one and another one, it's still getting called, but this signal is good. Oh boy. Okay. So then we want to do this. And then we want to do this. None of this is super easy. Hold on. I just need to come out further. I need to do this. And then sticky piston. This is all going away. So we do that. And in this situation, we're pretending it's full. So we want to do this, to this, to that, to that. And then boop, 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 boop. Right? Okay. So even if something's emptied, it won't be calling for it. Okay. Great. So I think that kind of monstrosity works. It's a bit bigger of a footprint. I just don't know how to do a smaller clock. I think that's the biggest problem. I needed a clock that was like a lot smaller here. And that would have been better. I do like this system to turn on and off, so it's telling it when to craft versus not craft. I think that's cool. There's a lot of crazy stacking stuff that had to happen. Like the fact that there's a block inside of this, like that's gnarly. I'm trying to think. Okay, so these all lock. This is taking the comparator output of this. This is taking the comparator output of this. So just for funsies, okay, to understand the system here. If this were empty, it wouldn't craft. It wouldn't craft for two reasons. Here and here. Oh, I don't have an override for this. I kind of need a double override. Can I do that? Because this will lock those, which we do want. But we don't have this to lock that. Right? So say this is empty. There's nothing in, there's not enough in here, right? So it's not going to craft. And if we take that out, oh, what is this getting powered from? Oh, it's getting powered from that, which is fine. Still won't craft. But if it's full, and this is full, we want that to move, but we also want to make sure that this is getting power. It is still calling though, because it's backing to that. But I guess it couldn't physically call because of that, so it doesn't matter. How could I even adjust that? I don't want those to backtrack to this. I mean, I guess I want this to only be one way. Going into this block here. I don't want this signal to carry over and around. That's getting powered by that. Maybe target block? Ah, there we go. There we go. So this won't route it back this way then. But if we are empty, now this goes on and this is the double route, but that was the, okay, cool. Now, I mean, technically speaking, that doesn't matter because it would, even if it was still powered, it would stop it by the fact that this is extended. But I just think that's a cleaner solution in general. How does this get power? Oh, okay. This gets powered from there. Okay, so even if it's in if it's in this state because there's too many things, it still won't call it. Okay. Okay. Great. And then what would be next to this would be this version. And I think, so in this case, these are locked, which we would want them to be, but we would also, so this is taking a signal to say, hey, we have enough. but I kind of want to try and build this whole thing interconnected-ish. So maybe I should build oh yeah, this would be glass. Just boop boop boop. That's the water stream there. I wonder if I should right next door attempt to build the thing that would be calling for the bow. I feel like I should. I feel like I should just have it all built. What time is it? It's 2:30? That's fine. We got time. Hold on one sec. Okay. Sear. Let's load it in and put it next to it and try and see if we can do it. So stick boop boop. Load schematic. Contraptions. Wait, really? 3 item crafter. Item sorter. Wait, seriously? 2 item contraption. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Great. So you come down here. You come down here. You're coming over here. Boop, 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 boop. Put you in the same world. Right, okay. Just give a little extra distance there. Sure. Okay. Schematic remove. That is the double guy. And just to make this easy, we'll do this and this and this, and these change out because this is so much more efficient. Boop and boop and that, and then this becomes like this. Boop, boop, boop. And then we want to craft something cooler, a bow. Is this directional dependent? Wait, is it like this? It's fine. It's great. It's amazing. Cool. So we want 3 and 3. Which probably means we should do this contraption on both sides. Well, do we? Not necessarily need all of this. We could just let it fill up. We don't necessarily need all of that gack. I do think we want to do, swap that for a barrel. I do think we want to do, oh, I also want to switch all this out. If I'm doing this, we're doing this. Boop, boop, and barrel, boop, and then this will all get changed. This is where I don't even like I don't even know. Okay, we're gonna bypass it for now. Is this in line? Can I do that? Will this be locked by anything? We're gonna find out. Boop 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 beep 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 boop 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 boop. Okay. Just put a stack of that in and a stack of that in. Okay. So I'm just, oh, maybe this needs to be a water stream though. No, let's just try this. So say we're boop, 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 boop. I have to take this. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. That wasn't too painful. Might have to do a little short commercial while I'm in Buffalo next week. More emails. Okay, cool. So where were we here? We want this thing right here. This is powering. Okay, so this 100% would lock that. So that's not quite gonna work. Which is fine. That's fine. I mean, maybe it's just. It would be cool to just get it straight over here, but it might be too complicated. Maybe I just work on trying to figure out how to get this thing going for now. So, in this situation, this we want to switch to. Let's put the barrel back. Let's put a barrel there, and basically, if this has. Wait, where'd the barrel? What did I just do? Oh, I put it in the wrong barrel. So if this is here, okay, how many bows? We don't really want any bows, do we? I guess this doesn't matter. We only want it to be crafting bows if that's being requested. So I wonder if we go this direction. Okay. So boop, 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 boop. Get rid of all this. 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 None of this matters. This thing is to boop the bows. So right now, if we get rid of that, we get rid of that, we get rid of that, we simplify this up a bit. So let's say that's full. This is requesting, let's put that there and this here. I don't know if it needs to be in subtraction mode, but say there's a stack of string in here. That turns that off. And say there's a stack of sticks in there. That turns that off. Oh, it's crafting though. It is crafting. Does it stop? It'll stop when those run out. Oh, but it needs to stop when this is full. Okay. Well, that's a thing. Well, I guess. Yeah, so then maybe we don't want to go too crazy because what'll probably end up happening is this will just send it straight over. So I don't even know that there's going to be a storage thing. I don't even think there's going to be a storage thing. So we need a way. This is saying, hey, I need bows. So how can I get this signal over to here easily enough? I guess, would this be simple? We'll say this is like a bus line of some sort. And we just want to do here to here. These would be right next to each other. Boop, 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 boop. So this is saying, oh, of course. This is saying, hey, craft stuff. Well, actually, in this specific situation, it's saying, hey, don't craft stuff. So we would want to do the inverse then. So we want to do this to this to this to this, like that. Right? And then if this has stuff in it, if both of those have stuff in it, then it would craft. Is there a way to maybe lessen it? I don't know. I guess I also wonder if I should be taking this signal and doing this. So this is off, but if this is full, it's locked. Right? Okay. Boop, 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 boop. And now it's back on and it's unlocked. But it's only going to craft if it's unlocked. And that's only because that's telling it to. And this will... then I also feel like... Let's do this. We should double do this to make sure we're not wasting a lot of stuff here. We should build this system in. So boop, 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 boop. Let's so right now it's saying don't craft, right? So if I put, okay, if I do this, get rid of that. I do that, get rid of that. I put, it doesn't matter, right? I put a stack of string there. I put a stack of sticks there. Nothing's going to go because it's still saying hey-oh over there. And then we want to do this and this to this and sticky piston to that. Nope. That. Yes. Right? Okay. Boop and boop. So say this was empty. It wouldn't pull anything unless this was like hey, and then we'll craft. Okay, so let's try something here. So that goes like that. Oh, but we still need to get it over here. Is there a clean way to do this? I'm going to just go this way real quick and just see for funsies. This is so slow doing it this way though. I wonder, maybe I do this. Maybe I do, let's do water stream. How do we do water stream? If this is like this and this is, no wait, we do, oh. Okay, this is going to be messy. But would this work? Or is this going to get stuck everywhere? I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, whoa, yo, hey, how you doing? Boop. Huh. Stop. Okay, well, I'll just let it fill. And now we fix. Boop. 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 Okay, cool. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm very curious. One. Oh, yeah. So that's going to poop out there. And then we want it to, I guess, come to over here. Yeah? Like it's so, maybe? Is this doable? Oh, it very well could be. Let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. So it's just a mini water stream, in which case I would get rid of all of that. Hopefully nothing would go over. I mean, we do that, right? And we'll see if all of this goes away. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. Water. And we'll do there. Yes. And just for funsies, we'll do ice. Okay. And then we would do lichen. Lichen? Lichen. Boom. And then more water. I think this is the quickest way to get like results. Okay. Cool. And then I don't love this, but we're gonna go with it. Is there a better way to do this? I mean, this is keeping it pretty compact, huh? Yeah, if this was here and pushed that way. Yeah, I mean, I guess it works. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. We know that that's full. We know currently it's not needing anything. And then we do this. And then we do this. So that's full. That's full. So nothing's being called for. But if this was empty, it would be great, but it wouldn't because it doesn't need it. Okay, so right now it doesn't need anything. And if we boop, 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 boop. No? Another one? Oh, there it goes. Craft 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. I would say that's pretty good. It makes way more than necessary. Unfortunately. But I think that's okay. I mean, I could do something like this over here and just slow it the heck down. As long as it doesn't take up a ridiculous amount of space. Let me just see. So say it was a redstone block, okay. Where are we here? So right now it's in the off position. I don't want to use that. I want to use this. This doesn't need to be here. Boop, boop. And then we would do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it would be... does it go too much forward? I don't think so. We would do this. And boop, boop. Oof. No, there. Okay, cool. So we do that. We do this. We do that. We do redstone. No. Boop, boop, boop. Like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Subtraction mode. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Okay, cool. So we had... Are we still good on resources? Yeah, let's fill this up all the way. Let's fill this up all the way. Cool. Then let's clear this guy. So when that goes down, we should be good. Let's see here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it goes. 1, 2. Oh, maybe we make it shorter? I mean, it's within the footprint. I guess the question really comes down to, so that did 2. That did 2. I guess we need to figure out, if I want this thing filled, how much is it? So 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So let's just get rid of these then. Which means we could probably do a little bit of a torch tower instead, maybe? So off, but then boop, boop. I guess it needs to be a target block. Boop, 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 right? And then boop. Okay. How are we doing on resources? We're great. We're great. We're amazing. Okay. 1, 2, 3. There it goes. 2, 3, 4. Did that fill it? Oh, we're so close. Okay. Let's take that down. And try again. Boop, 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 boo. Boo, boo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's filled. Okay. Look at that. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. So, I think all of this makes sense. This still calls, but it's pushed, so it doesn't actually need it. I like that. We can get rid of that and that. We can fill this back up so it's not calling for it anymore. And then this is good. And then the comparator. So the only thing that's really annoying about this is like the access to this thing is just insane. So how many of these do we actually need? 1, 2, and it stops, right? Right. Okay, cool. So that's good. That's good. Let's fill this up. Fill this up. Fill that up. And then let's do this. I don't know if it was a full stack or a half stack, but that should get it started, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Okay. And at some point, that should start going. Yep. Here comes the bows. The bows are coming in. Are we keeping up on speed? Yes. Yes. Everything's staying pretty full over here. We're not running into too much of an issue over here with the bows. I don't think, anyway. It's calling for more. Here comes the bows again. It's getting filled back up. This is replenishing. I think it's working. Like, heck yes. That's awesome. Still good over here. Wait, did the whole system stop? And it's done. 47. It's going to make an extra one because I moved it. Maybe. Oh, so good. Okay. It's still going. Oh, no, it stopped. Did it stop? Did it stop because it had enough? 52. I think it stopped because it had enough. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know why it stopped. Something stopped it. Something stopped it back here. The bows. Why did this stop? This stopped but didn't push out? No, we have enough bows, so it's saying... Or is it? Wait, what? This powered off. Wait, why is this on? What the heck? Okay, so the problem is it's not getting enough bows because for whatever reason, I don't... Oh my god, sorry. Off mechanism? No, the off is fine. It, for whatever reason, needs more bows, but this redstone line here... Oh, is it being powered through this? Is it powering it down? Oh, interesting. This might be powering it down. This might be the reason. So if I... Yep, that's 100% it. That's easy enough to fix though. Okay, so we do that, but then we do that. Okay. Right? And now that should be good. And now these are out of materials. Okay, we're okay. That's what it was. So we put the materials back in, and then we do more of that, and then that's going to keep crafting, right? And the bows start to go back over here, and then this system kicks back in. These are crafting again. And then this should stop when it gets to 60, and these should keep going. This is why we do testing. This is pretty cool. It's literally just combining the two auto crafters. We're still good here, right? Nothing's gotten screwed up. Nope. So far, so good. Where are we at? I think it was 60. It might have been 63. I can't 100% remember. And this is going... Is this going slow enough to keep refilling this? It does seem that way. It does seem that way. I only want 2 stacks. So as long as this stops 60... and it stopped. It stopped. Perfect. And how are we doing here? Everything's around 63 still. And this stopped calling even though it's not full because it doesn't need it. It's getting auto shut off from this side. Yay! Wow. That's a good little system. That right there is a good little system. This whole thing is not necessary, but I'm not going to get rid of it. Boop, 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 boop. And this should all line up to the main water stream. Boop, 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 boop. And boop, 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 boop. So we're going to ignore this. Nothing's actually going to come through there. We'll break it in the schematic to remember. And then this would be stone and redstone. And then this would be string and sticks. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That means after I don't know if this is, I don't know. Either this is going to be in the episode I'm working on now or the one I'm going to finish up next week. I'm working on episode 28. I might do an episode 29. We'll see. But that'll be like every freaking redstone component that I could think of. All of these will have an autocrafter for it. There's more. What do we got? Observer? What was this? This was the piston. And then we have, okay, so there's the piston. Great. And then we have the dispenser. I don't think I put the autocrafter on this wall. I don't see it. So we need this for the dispensers, and then one more for the autocrafter. The autocrafter that makes autocrafters. Yeah. Give me, no, sign? No, what is that called? Frame. Silly me. Silly me. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. That took so much brain power, and there was definitely a moment in there where I didn't think it was gonna work. I definitely had like a brief like, oh God, how is this ever going to work? I think the thing that made it work was this contraption up front, being able to lock it to lock the two things that I didn't want to go in while the bow was going in. That was the hardest thing for my brain to like comprehend. But we did it. We did it, and that's awesome. Okay, so this is cobble, bow and redstone, and then the autocrafter. What is the autocrafter recipe? Let me get a crafting table. I'm pretty sure it's like crafting table, dropper, iron and redstone? Yes. Redstone, iron. This one is also going to get its own little separate module to do a crafting bench, but it's going to be so much simpler than that. So on the Craftwork server, I've made an autocrafter for all of this stuff. Oh, I used the wrong item frames. Oh well. I don't care enough. Okay. Happy days. Great success. Ow, I'm scratching my fingers. I think we're going to switch over to the server. I feel like maybe before I forget though, let me just get this schematic going. I can't believe this worked. This is like, thank you, Encrypted. That took way more brain power. I could have cheated. I could have done it, using one of these systems that I did not develop, but I managed in my brain to brain it. I did all the braining myself, and that just makes me feel that much more accomplished. One of the best feelings, honestly, in this game is when you brain something yourself and it actually works. I'm sure there's going to be issues with it that I have not found yet, but that's why you kind of do the field test thing. I gotta run it through its paces on the server. This season of Craftworks and doing all this has definitely been like my template for what I think I've said this before, but all of these crafting modules, my idea is that whole crazy area that I've been building and breaking out the bedrock and everything, it's going to come up and have a crazy island on top of it, and there's going to be waterfalls that go over into the void, but there's going to be buildings dotted along that entire thing. And all of those buildings are going to be different auto crafting modules that make various things that will be pulled in from the industrial district over to this auto crafting island. Luckily, in the next update, when I finally update it, I'll have a whole chain of ender pearl stasis chambers so that I could send redstone signal back and forth between that island and the industrial district, which is freaking awesome. So many years in the process of making this craziness. This is a contraption. This is a hold on. Area editor, save schematic, contraption dash dispenser crafter with bow add-on. Great. What's cool is a lot of these also, like, I have 2 item, 3 item, 4 item, and then this thing. Is there a 5 item? Probably, right? Is cake the hardest one? How many items are in cake? Cake. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, is there anything that does 5 different items? Is there any item in the game that you need 5 items to craft? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Wait, you could craft chiseled stone bricks? I just learned that you could craft chiseled stone bricks. I thought you had to make them in a stone cutter. I never knew that you could craft those. That's ridiculous. So you could probably do the same with chiseled deep slate. That's crazy. Okay. I can't think of anything. Yeah, useful for bingo. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one I did not know. Is there anything? There's really, I can't think of a single thing. Wait, hold on. What is this? No. Where's the base recipe? I don't want wax. Just show me the stupid regular copper bulb. No, I don't think that would even be. No. Huh. I can't. I'm not finding anything. I thought cake would be the most complicated. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's up there. In terms of auto crafting. Detector rails would be a fun one to try and figure out. I'm also kind of holding off because I really want to see how inefficient my design is compared to how Tango's whole factory is. You know, I've done it my way now. I know how to do it, but that doesn't mean I don't want to see how somebody who is way smarter than me does it. Oh, there's the copper bulb. 1, 2, 3, just 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's not going to be anything, is there? That's 5 different items. No. That was everything, right? Because if you do this, it's all 20 pages. Okay. Cool. What time is it? We have some time. We're going to jump on here. I'm in a hole. Why am I in a hole? Where am I? What was I doing? What was I doing over here? Oh, yeah. I was AFKing for wool. Now that we're on to the last section of the perimeter, I needed way more wool to fill up the last area. Did I get a decent amount? I've got like just a few bits and bobs. Okay. Let's sleep. Let's go over there. So I'm on to the last quarter of the circle, I guess you could say. Corner. The circle doesn't have a corner. I'm on to the last section of, actually I'm gonna leave these in my inventory, of the circle. I finished the other one this morning. So I gotta map out where the next machine's going to break the bedrock over there. So I want to do that and get that built. I think I'm gonna just kind of like go from one end to the other till it's done. But look at this, all the way from here, all the way around to here, and all the way around to here. So which side do I want to start with? I feel like I want to start over here. Okay, let's load schematic. We're so close to being done with this bedrock breaking. Oh my goodness, bedrock removal with area. Okay, cool. And then let's rotate Tato, and you go to 65. Nope, wait, I hit the wrong button. Rotate. Okay, we'll work with that. And then we want to move you this way. And then 1, 2. Oof. I guess to be safe, we should start there. We'll start there. I could... I almost want to just go one more further over. Nah. I know I can get 2 more. I didn't... when I did this the first time, I didn't understand the fact that I could move this to different places. And ever since I learned that aspect of things, it's definitely changed how I do this because it gives me a little bit more flexibility. Although this is too tight, I do need to bring this back. If this is the back side of it, I can go 2 over. Okay. Basically, the whole thing extends by 2 in any direction except for the front, or I think it only extends by 1. But that's fine. And obviously, this bedrock being built into it makes it a little bit more difficult, but I've been able to work around that too. Because lower to the ground also seems pretty good. And boop, 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 boop. Doot, doot, and doot. I've made so many of these machines. I think at some point, just for the fun of it, I'm going to make my own version of this. Like the smallest you can get, which is basically as simple as... a smart piston, it's as simple as just one smart piston, a redstone block. I actually think there's a world where you don't even need the slime blocks. It's gonna have a more difficult time nailing it every time, like making sure that it breaks the bedrock 100% of the time, but it would be functional. Could be a fun little thing to do at some point. Okay, what? There we go. And then just help with a placer block. Boop, boop. Okay, cool. And then this. Whoop. Take that back. I think I only have just enough slime to actually build these. Doot. So that call that I was on earlier was actually about work. So next Wednesday and Thursday, I'm gonna be working. So I may end up streaming tomorrow because there's a chance I might be busy this Friday. And if I'm not, I would like to try and get the extra stream in since I won't be able to stream Wednesday and Thursday next week now. I don't know why. I always feel like when I'm not working, when I'm not working and things aren't super busy with other stuff, I should be streaming. Because otherwise I'm just doing nothing. You know, between movies, it's like I could literally just sit around and do absolutely nothing with my life. But I don't feel good about that. I'm one of those people who is never going to retire from the film industry because I need to be doing stuff. I could go for like a week or two of doing nothing, but after that I start to go stir crazy. I think that is done. That is such a quick build these days. Let's just test it real quick to make sure. Boop. And oop. Oh wait, hold on, I gotta offhand. Whoa. Oh no, I don't have wait, does that not reach over here? Oh god, that was the biggest hole. Jeez Louise. Hold on, let me turn this off. Let me lock it too. I could just sit at home and read for months before needing human. Yeah, I can't do that. I would lose my mind. Aw, man. Oh, do I build another one over here? I'm like wondering if I should build another one over here. I mean, it's going to be so painful without one. Okay, well, let's do that real quick. I'm surprised I don't have a marker. Hold on, do I have a marker somewhere? Oh, yes, I do. Here it is. This is the marker. So this is 212. So this should also be 212. Nope. 836 is actually the number. 836. 836. COVID just taught me I'm fully equipped to live in quarantine my whole life. See, I did this during quarantine. Literally the day, so it was a Sunday night and the governor was like, we're going into lockdown on Monday. I ran out to Target. I got the stuff I needed to stream. And the next day I tested it and figured out how to do it and set it up. And then the following day was my first stream. Because I knew I was going to lose my dang mind if I wasn't able to like do something that maybe didn't feel necessarily productive 100%, but still made me feel like I was attempting to do something to interact with people to a degree. I don't have enough emeralds for this. Do I even have beacons? Good Lord. I do have the glass that I like to put on the beacons. Okay, so that's a start. Yeah, just have to have something to do. I need something to do, but I need it to have like some purpose. I don't know. I guess if it's not a purpose, maybe it's more like some way to interact with people. I got lucky that, during COVID, so many other people were locked down and everybody who's watching streamers or streaming was doing it to look for connections with other people. And I think I got very lucky that happened so quickly with the game that I was playing at the time. And that I met a lot of really cool people and that kind of translated into what I'm still doing. But I think if I didn't have, I wouldn't call it success, but the connections that I made from that during that time, I might have lost my mind. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we just need to get to a similar point. I didn't check. Do I actually have a beacon? Hold on. I did not check to see if I have any extra beacons just laying around. I feel like there's one. Okay, cool. I mean, it's not like I couldn't get one. If I needed to, I could. I have the Wither Skelly farm. Okay, so we want to put this guy over here. Yoink. I'm in a hole, but I have jump boost for now. And then how far, what level is this at? It's right on bedrock. Okay. So we need to go this way. And we need the center to be right underneath this thing. Okay, so this is 830. It's 836 by 215, 216, 836 by. It's gotta be 215, 212, 212. I was very much so off. 216, 214, 213. Okay, and so this is gonna be 212. And then it's going to be on this level. Okay. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4 high. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that'll be nice. Great. 2, 3. I am always lurking in 2 streams, and twice now I have been raided into the same stream I didn't want to lurk in by 2 different streams. That sounds complicated. That is very complicated. Well, I appreciate the ever watchful lurking eye, keeping away stupid ad people. If I go down there, that's gonna be, you know what? I'm just gonna get it. It's not that big a deal. So wait, what was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What was? So it was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Upsies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uppies. Uppies. I need another repo stream. I've gone through them all. And just stupid people up there. Uppies. It's something that they say in the repo stream. Because you could pick each other up and stuff. So they go, uppies. I started to say it to my dog to get her into the trunk. When we're going to the dog park. I know, usually a cat thing. You say it to the cat. Do you have a cat? Do you have any pets? I don't even know this. I feel like I should know this. Do you have any pets? Okay, wait, what? How are we doing? 3:30. We got time. We got time. I don't, because pets would be poor with me at the moment. I don't have time for one. That's fair. That's fair. Definitely, pets are a bit of not a time suck, because I enjoy the time that I spend with my animals, but they do require time. Boop, boop, boop. And I guess who would use anything but an emerald to start one of these things off? We do this to this to this to. Sorry, what now? Am I a layer too short? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is happening? Did I miss a block in here? Seems pretty solid. Oh, good shout. Good shout. Yeah, the marker. The marker. Zoink. Good shout. That makes sense. That makes sense. Coolio. Okay. Boop. And boop, 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 boop. Yay. And then we do this. Yay, and now they're all the same. Yeah, I had to move this when we were doing the flying machine contraptions because they almost got in the way of this guy. I'm also, this is going to have to go outside the circle. Maybe? Yeah, eventually that's going to have to go outside the circle. All of them are going to be, I'm missing the one there, and I'm missing the one there. That one's correct, though. I may put some in the circle after it's done. I don't know. TBD. Oh, I should put these away. I don't want to be carrying all my emeralds on me. Emeralds. Cool. Crying obsidian? Do we care about? I feel like I have plenty of crying obsidian. Here, we'll put it in here for now, just in case. Boop. There we go. And then we'll put those away. We go there. And we. Why? Oh, I guess I must do the top row first. Okay. Cool. And we have. We'll use these for now. Breaking some bedrock. There's a lot of bedrock, but it's happened. We're almost there. Oh no. Uh-oh. 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 Oh wait, hold on. Here. You know what to do. Yes. It's not a ton, but I'm curious to see how high I'll go. Yoink. Get yoinked. Uppies. Okay. That was sweet. I have an idea. Hold on. We should do that one more time. Can you get me before I fall into the void? So if you hook me and I shear below me and fall into the void, can you yoink me up quick enough? No. Okay. Okay. Oh, maybe? You want to try it? I want to see if I'll fly through the hole. If not, I could just, fly over that way. It's not a big deal. Okay, but wait. What are we waiting? What? Eh? You want me to just jump? Should I just jump? I don't know if you'll be able to counter the momentum. I feel like if I walk off the edge, you might be able to yoink me up high enough. Did you get me? Okay. Say when. Should I go? You can just nod your head. Go. Okay, here we go. Nope. Nope, it broke. It broke before you were able to yoink me. Try again. You almost... Mine broke too soon. You almost have to do it immediately. You ready? Shake head yes. Or say go. Go. Okay. Oh! That almost got me. Hold on, try again. I want to see if I could jump back up. Although my momentum's coming at you. Okay, you ready? Okay, here we go. Okay, I definitely have to rock it up, but you do fling me up a little bit. It's just not high enough to fully recover and get back up here. I'm way too low by the time that happens to actually make a full recovery. But interesting. Fun little physics experiment. Physics in Minecraft. Yeah. It may be better with boat, pig, and multiple players. Yeah, probably. Probably. See, what's going to be really nice is floating around here and working on this build when the happy gas comes out, because then I'll be able to like work in the void and not have to take scaffolding back. Oh, thank you. Got it. Work in the void on top of those guys, and I feel like that's going to be way safer. Oh. Zinc. Do. What? Oh, we're back to this nonsense. Okay, switching to the regular stuff. If it's going to be like that. Switching back. Oh, whoa, hold on. There we go. I don't understand why sticky pistons actually behave slightly differently than regular pistons in terms of how this functionality works. It's, whoa, super bizarre. Okay, so it was facing down. What is my ping? My ping is only 10. Only reason I was asking is because sometimes it gets a little janky if it's like a little low, but not in that situation. It should have been fine. Boop, boop. Break all this stuff out of the way so I can move around easier. Do this, do that. Cool. Just want to get this top row broken down. I wonder, can I do this one without issue? Should be able to. Ah! Fallen all the time. Let's see if I do that. Oof, that might be a little far. Nope, we got it. Cool. Nice. Nice. Great, and now we got to come around to this side. This side has a few. I guess we'll go from the front. I think they're all done there. Also, that wrecked my poor fishing rod. Oh, like you need it mended back up? Your fishing rod is low on durability? Oh, goodness. Yeah, but it is unenchanted. Oh, okay. Gotcha. It is surprising how much durability yoinking a person takes off of it. I wonder if it's any different between that versus a fish. Like, do different things use more or less durability? This is flashing really annoyingly. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. I had like 60 and now it has like 26. So it used about half of it. Nice. Let's get this one. Definitely like getting the ones around the machine done first, just so I can move around a little bit easier. And then I'm also kind of like in a tight corner because I'm at the edge of the curve and stuff, which is not ideal. How am I going to do this? I guess I should be on the inside. Oh, but now how am I going to place... if I place that block... no, that's not great. Let's do this to this to that. I think that should do it. Oh, wait, I didn't turn the stupid machine on first. 34, some more misfires, but I definitely didn't hook that many types. So maybe yoinking entities distant. Oh, / distance has an impact. I didn't think about the distance. Boop, 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 do. Okay. Okay, we're okay. And break that. And do this. Maybe something test-worthy. Maybe. I'd be curious. Do I still have this on? Yeah, okay. I'm sure the wiki says. That seems like a wikiable thing. Boop. So much bedrock to deal with. Oh, shoot. Let's get this guy and this guy. Hopefully this is enough. Oh no. But what if it doesn't and we just found out something new? Then we've learned something. Then we've done science. Then we've scienced and researched it. And yeah. Oh, okay. I'm starting to fade. I'm definitely starting to fade. I'm all about science and discovery. I am not surprised. I am not surprised. I am science. We are the science pro Scar now. I gotta watch Scar's last stream. I watched his first one back from the Gamers Outreach thing. Third Life reference. I'm not good at those kind of memory things. You ask me where a quote came from or to quote something, and I will fail miserably. I have friends who like know movie quotes and can like recite an entire scene, and I'm just like, no. No, I don't know if you purposely spent time to actually remember that or if you saw it once and somehow magically absorbed it. But no, I can't. My brain does not work in whatever way is required for that. Where is this quote from? You ask me where a quote is from and I will fail. Did I just say that? I might have said that. That sounds like something I would have said. Yes. I'm good at my own quotes. Sometimes my wife will be like, you definitely said this thing. And I'm like, there's no way in heck I would have ever said that. So maybe I'm not always good at my own quotes. There is a possibility that I say things and don't quite remember that I said them. I'm stuck. How far over can I get? I don't think I'm going to get to the edge, unfortunately. I think there's going to be some levels of overlapping. Well, what if I did that? Is that Scar from an MCC? I'm pretty sure that's Scar from an MCC. Like 90% sure. MCC 24, yes. Yeah, that one was kind of iconic, so I'm not super surprised that I was able to remember that one. I'm gonna see if I can get this and then I'm gonna call it because I am absolutely fading here. Okay, cool. So I was able to get to this edge. After they judged his gong pronunciation being more like, oh yeah. I remember that. I didn't watch this year's MCC because I'm like saving it for the Tokyo plane ride. I have 2 Imp and Skiz podcasts to watch and Scar's MCC, and I'm on the fence. I might save his last stream for then too, but I have a lot of driving to do between now and then, so we'll see. I might use it on my next car drive. I've been flung. I did not panic. Everything was fine. Sometimes you get booped. And we just have to be okay with that. Okay, now can I get this one? I don't like getting booped, but it is a risk of this machine. It boops and it boops far when it happens. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm just gonna do this row right here and then I'm gonna call it. This bit here I feel like I want to remove a Kate. Boop. Boop. Okay. And we can take this down and around. And I think that is in line. No, I gotta remove this one, and then this is all in line. Who's been serving? That's another Scar quote. I only remember these because of the horns. I don't remember the initial. I know that the initial reference had something to do with somebody stripping his wood. But I don't know where the original quote was from, unfortunately. That bit of information is beyond me. Anything else? Yeah. How about this one? I would eat Scar alive. I have no idea. Green? I don't know. I have no clue on that one. B-Dubs? Secret Life? Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're calling it there. I'm starting to get yawny, and I hate when I get yawny on stream. So thanks for bearing with that 2-hour long redstone nonsense. I think I used so much brain power. Like sometimes I'm yawny at the beginning of the stream, and I think my brain was just going at like 1,000,000 miles an hour to figure that out, and I used so much of my brain power, and now it's spent, and now I'm tired. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go hang out with the dogs until my wife's done working, and I think I might be back tomorrow. I hope, because I don't know if I'm gonna be back Friday, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Bye for now. Enjoy your pressure washing.